Okay, so my last video, I think I was like almost crying, talking about emotions and depression, which are very real subjects, and I know lots of people that have been through it, and it's not fun. It's not fun for anyone. It's not to be joked about or anything like that. But it's just, I don't want to say it's funny, but I chuckle a little when I look back at it, because you can just tell I was having a bad day. Pregnancy, hormones, I don't know, it was just, I can almost vividly imagine the day, like super clearly. And I notice in all of these videos, I'm always yawning. And I think it's because I always record this when one or more of my children are sleeping. So it's normally late. And by late today, I mean like it's 1:30 in the morning. And my oldest, Leo, is still awake. And speaking of kids, I had my daughter on December 13th. It was crazy. Like, the labor was so fast that by the time I left my house, well, I don't know what I was at my house, but by the time I got to the hospital, I was at 9 centimeters. And for people that don't know what that means I basically got there just in time to push. So they were literally still putting in an IV, checking me in, and taking my vitals and all that when I started pushing. And I just pushed twice to get her out, and then once for the placenta. So no epidural, no pain meds of any kind. Thankfully, no tearing, because I feel like I was more afraid to be stitched up after than I was to push her out with any pain meds. But she's here, she's healthy. She is over a month old now. She's about to be 6 weeks old. It is crazy. It's super different to have a daughter compared to a son. I always find myself with each of the kids. I love the newborn stage. They're always so cuddly. They're usually easy to take care of. That's such a, I don't know, I feel like that's not a good word to describe it. But, the newborn stage is fairly easy, unless they have a shitty sleeping schedule. But right now the boys have a terrible sleeping schedule. Like, you can see they're going to bed like well after midnight, and then they wake up like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So she's kind of been on that schedule, which is fine with me. But I always find myself with each of the kids, I find myself wanting them to grow up. And not like grow up and get out of the house. Like, I just want to see them hit those milestones. I want to see her sit up for her first time. I want to see her crawl. I want to see her walk. I want to see her talk, The more and more, like, I hear Leo making sentences and counting and showing me his colors and speaking new words in English and Spanish, like, it just makes my heart so warm that I can't wait to see Marcelo, and I didn't even say my daughter's name, Nylah. I can't wait to see either of them do those kinds of things, I just think it's amazing to see your kids grow up. Yes, like when you look back, like, oh, look how small he was, or I remember when you used to cuddle every night, things like that. Like, I get that, but, like, I just feel so I'm so sorry. I just feel so proud to, like, see my kids grow up. Like, it makes me feel like, I know this is gonna sound selfish, but it's like, I'm doing something right because they're doing everything that they're doing. You know, like, without parents, you kind of would be lost. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I'd be without my parents. But it just, like, you're proud. Like, you're a proud parent to see your kids accomplish new things. And I don't know, it's just, I like I said, I always find myself when my kids are in the newborn stage, I just can't wait for them to do their first things. You know, on tummy time, I don't know if it's just how I placed her or if I put her arms under her good enough or what, but Nylah rolled over for the first time from her belly to her back. And I was just so, like, yes, I was like, oh my god, you're so little, don't do that. But the other part of me was like, I'm so happy, I'm so proud, like, you're growing up, you're doing things that, you know, you should be doing. And I don't know why, like, my sister-in-law, she's always like, when I send her photos of the kids when they were really little, she's like, why do you do that? And I'm just like, cherish the memories, like, you know. And she does, but you know, she misses when her kids were little. And of course I miss when Leo was little or when Marcella was little, but like, I'm happier to have them more self-sufficient. Like, Leo is so proud when he can do something by himself. Like, lately when we go grocery shopping, like, instead of riding in the cart or holding someone's hand, he wants to go and help and pick stuff out. And that is his favorite thing. Like, he absolutely loves to do stuff on his own. Like, when we try and feed him, he does not like it. He wants to feed himself. Like, he will not eat from a spoon or a fork that we try to give him. He wants to do it himself. I'm pretty sure Leo woke up Marcelo, which is going to make my night a living hell. But that's beside the point. But it's just nice, like, maybe I'm just one of those parents that looks at things differently. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't, like, enjoy when their kids are little, or I'm not saying that people shouldn't want their kids to stay little forever, because I understand that when they're littler, they have to depend on you, and you have to do everything in your power to protect them. So essentially, if you do your job right, your kids will never be hurt. But I don't know, like, I said, I have no explanation for it. I just enjoy seeing my kids grow up. Like, I enjoy, like, seeing memories, like, on Snapchat or Facebook when it says a year ago today, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. You know, I enjoy seeing those, and I'm like, I love comparing them. Like, what's different? Like, look at how much you've grown, look at how much hair you have now, things like that. Because as of right now, Marcelo is still bald. Nylah came out with a full head of hair. Leo came out with a full head of hair. Marcelo was my bald baby. And that's fine. He's still cute. He definitely got my genes because my kids being half Mexican, definitely. I was hoping that all my kids would have the hair from their dad, but it didn't come out like that. Leo has his dad's hair, and then Nylah definitely got his dad's hair, or her dad's hair. I can't believe I just called her a him, but you know, it's just, and she's definitely our tannest baby. I mean, I know she's still really little and her skin may lighten up, but she's definitely our tan baby, because both the boys came out like really white. So oh my god, I'm really just hoping that he does not wake up Marcelo, because Marcelo, we're all like sick, even Nylah. Like, Leo's sick, Marcelo's sick, Nyla's sick, and I'm sick. I'm thankfully getting over it. I had tonsillitis for the second time in my life. Terrible. I hated it. I don't wish that on anyone. Luckily, it usually only lasts like a day or two. And I don't know, obviously, the first time it was medically diagnosed, but this time that I just went through was self-diagnosed, just because I remember the symptoms. I remember what it looked like. It got worse before it got better. So I'm kind of, I guess I'm just assuming, but I'm like 99.9% sure it was tonsillitis. The kids all have coughs, they're congested. Marcelo and Nylah have been having fevers, and Leo kind of just got scot-free on that one. But Leo's definitely getting better. I thought Marcelo was getting better, and then a couple nights ago, he woke up with a fever, crying, just didn't want to do anything, didn't want to lay down. He just wanted to be held, and when I tried sitting down while holding him, he threw a fit about that. So it was a long night. Yeah, it was definitely a long night. We went to bed after 6 a.m. and Nylah had woken up at 9:30ish, and Juan had told me, I'll take her to the living room, you can sleep, it's fine. But we had doctor's appointments in a few hours anyways, and I didn't think that it was fair that he was going to be driving us around exhausted, and I just got to sleep and then sit in the back with the kids and not really have to pay attention to the road type of thing. So we both ended up staying up. I think Nylah fell asleep shortly after 10, and I think both Juan and I fell asleep for about an hour because we had to be up at 11:30. What happened with Paw Patrol? What happened to it?
Marshall.
Where's Marshall?
Hi.
He's obsessed with Paw Patrol lately. So he was watching Paw Patrol in his room. That's probably why he was screaming. You're such a weirdo. But we had to be up by, I think, like 11:30 or 12. I think we had to leave by like 12:15, so we tried waiting as long as possible to get the kids ready because we knew they would be cranky. And then we were out most of the day that day. And then I think that night they still stayed up until like 3 or 4 in the morning. It was rough. I know Juan took a nap, and then we both went to bed at the same time, and then the next morning, since we didn't have anything to do, when Nylah woke up, Juan took her to the living room. That way me and Leo could sleep, because Marcelo is in his own room. Leo is supposed to be in his own room, but he always goes to sleep in his own room and winds up in my room. So that's how that goes, which is fine, but I don't know. Sooner or later, he'll want to be in his own room instead of Mom and Dad's room. But I don't really think there was a point to this video. I mean, it could definitely be about, like, how parents look at things differently. And this is just one of the many things parents can look at differently, because I honestly have never had a conversation with Juan about whether he misses when the kids were little or not. I think he's just, like, thinking that he's probably thinking the same thing that I am. Like, we're freaking crazy. We've had 3 kids in 3 years. I saw this meme. It was like, in 2020, how old will your kids be? And I'm like, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm like, holy crap. Why did I do this? So definitely, because I got pregnant on birth control last time, definitely going to use a different birth control this time. Actually going to get it on Friday, so that's exciting. I think we're pretty positive we're done having kids, but neither one of us want to take, like, drastic preventative measurements or drastic preventative measures to completely eliminate that, because, you know, maybe once all the kids are in school or something, I don't know. You know, I can't say, like, for sure 100% that I don't want any more kids. Like, I'm 99.99999% sure I'm done. But that's just because, like, it kind of makes sense to have them all at once. Get everything out of the way. That way you're not like, oh, my kid starts 6th grade, let me have another child so that I can start all the way over. Like, I could not see myself doing that. I mean, I would. And I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I just think, like, it does make more sense to have all of my kids at once. That way, one will be in school, and then I'll have 2 at home, and then 2 will be at school, and I'll have 1 at home, and then 3 will be at school, and then it'll be like, mommy party, woo woo. Just kidding. But, you know, maybe I'll throw like a mini party. That could be fantastic. Please be careful on that. Yeah, be careful. That scared you, didn't it? You need to be careful. You're being wild. Oh, my Lanta. Not only did I give birth without the epidural, I completely forgot. On Wednesday, okay, because today's technically Tuesday, but anyways, on Wednesday, I start physical therapy. Can I help you? Okay. What? You said I couldn't help you. You're breaking that. Can you stop? Why do you need to be buckled? Just sit down. See, Punk? You don't need to be buckled. I start physical therapy on Wednesday because I dislocated my tailbone and or hips during freaking labor or birth. Like, how crazy is that? Like, I've given birth 2 other times and I've been fine. And this time, like, I don't know, I don't even know. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. I can't believe it. But, as always, I'm getting super tired. I see and hear Nylah starting to get up. She's probably ready to eat. So I definitely want to go to sleep. I'll obviously feed my child first, but I really just want to go to sleep or lay in my bed at least. I'll probably play on my phone for a while. That's probably why I'm always tired, because I play on my phone instead of actually sleep. But anywho, I definitely want a like a time where my kids aren't crazy. I definitely forgot what I was gonna say, and I'm just trying to like play it off. But anyways, I noticed that one of my videos got like a super amount of views, and I'm really not sure why. But I appreciate it. My 4 subscribers, I appreciate those people too. You guys rock. And Juan has kind of like been interested in like doing a couples YouTube, but we also thought, like, when would we have time to do it? Like, we could do it on his days off, like at night, like I'm doing. Leo's still awake, but he's kind of just not really interested in what I'm doing. But we could definitely try that. Or he wants to do like a couples podcast, and I just find it like super weird that he actually wants to do stuff with me. Like, it's been 7 years, 3 kids later. Like, I don't know, like, it kind of, like, I feel like a little kid or like a high schooler, like, oh my god, like, that's so cute, like, you want to do stuff with me. Like, I don't know, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Don't tell him I said that, because I don't want him to know that. I'm actually currently mad at him because he is a butthole. But anyways, so maybe look forward to our couples videos.
Boom.
Oh my gosh, I can't see it when it's that close to my face. You freaking weirdo.
Okay.
Careful swinging that around.
There's 2.
That's Mom's name.
And sister.
No, that doesn't say sister.
2 sisters.
No.
And dad.
Dad? You think it says dad?
Yeah.
No, heck no. It says mom.
No, stop humping.
Oh my god. Who's this?
Paw Patrol.
Yeah, it's Paw Patrol, but what's his name?
No,
Is Rocky? Are you ready for night-night?
No,
Why not?
this one too. Is that a hammer?
Can we lay down and go night-night? Look.
Ah! Yeah.
Can we lay down and go night-night?
No.
Why? Well, there you have it. I'm not going to sleep. Anywho, thank you for sitting through this incredibly long video. I need to work on making these shorter because I definitely like ramble about random stuff. So if you're one of those people that want me to get straight to the topic and like get it over with, maybe you shouldn't watch my videos. I shouldn't say that, but like I'm just being honest. Like I ramble a lot. I get off topic. I go into like 3 more topics and then I just keep yawning and say that I'm sorry for yawning and then tell you that I'm gonna get off to go to bed. And 9 times out of 10 I don't go to bed.
It's 2.
2?
A 2 head.
Yeah.
It's 2 head.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we gonna go night?
No.
Yeah, we are. I'm gonna go to bed. You just watch. Anyways, so maybe, like I said, stay tuned for maybe some couples videos. We'll probably start off with a Q&A and an introduction. And then after that, I'm not really sure where we'll go. Maybe we'll talk about like random stuff. Maybe we'll go over stuff that I already talked about and get his opinion on. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Honestly though, if anyone has any topics that they want me to talk about, comment, because I'll definitely be open to it. If I don't know what the topic is, I'll attempt to go over it. Holy cow. But thank you for watching and listening, and I will I always say that I'm gonna like get better at this, but I genuinely don't know if that'll happen, so just bear with me. Thank you.